Homemade ice cream time. And you're just gonna whack your cookies, fold your cookies right in. How simple is that? So creamy. Whatever age you are, I feel like the infatuation with ice cream never ends. I don't have an ice cream maker, but I was still determined to make ice cream without an ice cream maker and still have it come out really, really creamy and delicious and that nostalgic ice cream that you would get at an ice cream store. So I was able to come up with this recipe that is so easy, so delicious, so creamy. And I'm going to be showing you how to make my favorite flavor of ice cream, which is cookies and cream, because I love my cookies. And I'm gonna be using, instead of just Oreos, I'm gonna be using chocolate chip cookies in there too. So let's get started. It all starts with this right here, which kind of looks like a glass of milk. Beware, it is not. It's heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna add that right all in there. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but there is a difference between heavy whipping cream and heavy cream. Heavy whipping cream is going to give you a little bit more of a softer result, whereas heavy cream is going to give you a little bit more of a dense version of whipped cream, just because of the fat content. There's a little bit lower of a fat content here. So you're gonna wanna use the whipping cream, and you're gonna wanna turn this on medium and let it whip into stiff peaks, meaning really, really stiff whipped cream. So this is what I mean by stiff peaks. It's just really stiff whipped cream. It's not dripping off of your whisk attachment here. So next step is I'm taking this off. So now that I have this off and I really want to lick it, I'm going to put it aside and lick it later. And I'm going to add my other ingredients, which is not that much. I have some sweetened condensed milk here, and this is going to act as our sugar, and it's also going to thicken our ice cream into a nice, creamy, creamy ice cream. And add in some vanilla. And then you're gonna take a whisk and you're going to fold the condensed milk and the vanilla into your whipped cream. Okay, so now for the best part, obviously, the cookies. I have some Oreo cookies here, plenty of them, because to me, you gotta have the toppings in the ice cream, or the mix-ins in the ice cream, whatever you wanna call them. You can't skimp on that. That's like the best part. So I'm going to add Oreos in there and chocolate chip cookies because I like the mix between the two. You can set it on a cutting board, and then you're gonna take the bottom of a water glass in your bag. You can double bag it if you're scared about it exploding. And you're just gonna whack your cookies until they break apart into the size of the chunks that you want. So I find that this is just the easiest way to crush up your cookies instead of doing it with a knife. And then you have no mess. You just open your plastic bag and you drop your cookies right into your mixture. Then the final step is you're just gonna take the same spatula and you're just gonna fold your cookies right in. So now that we have basically as much cookies as we do ice cream, I'm going to take a very cold, I put it in the freezer actually, loaf pan that is freezer safe. It has to be freezer safe. You don't want shards of glass everywhere. The coldness really helps the cream set and not loosen too quickly. And you're just going to pour your mixture right into this ice cold loaf pan. How simple is that? Give your loaf pan just a little bit of a shake, and then I have some extra cookies that I'm just going to add to the top. because again, there's never enough cookies. Just like that, we're off to the freezer. I'm going to put some plastic wrap on the top of my loaf pan. I'm gonna slide it into a gallon-sized plastic freezer bag, put it in the freezer for at least 12 hours, and if you have time, let it rest for 24 hours in the freezer because it's so much better when it's hard and it's set. So I will see you in 24 hours. Of course, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. I have some ice cream that I pre-made. It was actually the leftovers from the batch that Eric and I almost finished in less than a week. It's a problem. But look at how creamy this is. So creamy. No need to raid the grocery store because you can make this right at home. The cookie ratio, check it out on tastefullygrace.com. You won't regret it.